Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
In college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
a builder,
I coach,
culinary arts,
auditor,
a firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official,
just go for it.
Take the plunge, open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyes2officiating.com.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Hello and welcome to Heritage Christian, the home of the Lions. About to get started, and they are going to play the American National Anthem. So we'll take a break and pause for the playing of the anthem and be right back with our broadcast in just a moment. Welcome to the Lions Den, coming to you live from Dalton, Georgia, home of the Lions, and they're playing host to the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Thanks for being with us on the Southeast Sports Network for our simulcast. You can find us live all across the web. Find us on our radio partners. Find us at SESN Sports. SESNsports.com. Click on the Watch Live tab. 24/7 free live sports TV based on the Southeast region. Lots of local live stuff. Be sure to catch up with us on social media at SESN Sports. Let's take a look at these two boys' programs today and what to expect out of them, the success that they're likely to see. First, the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. They're 3-0 on the road, 8-1 overall, averaging 91 points per game. Really unbelievable success for the Hawks so far this season. For the Lions of Christian Heritage, 5-1 overall, 3-0 at home, so they have yet to lose on this hardwood. 71 points per game. They've allowed only 50 points per game. Things that certainly could play a factor in tonight's matchup. Excited to see it. And our player to watch, we're only going to keep an eye on one guy tonight. We're going to keep an eye on Vito Perkovic. Mr. Vito Perkovic has had a great season so far for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. 12.5 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, and he's shooting 41% from beyond the arc. So we'll be sure to watch, see how successful he is tonight on the road, battling the Lions of Heritage Christian. We're underway on the Southeast Sports Network. I'm Gabriel Schrei. I appreciate you being with me for Prep Hoops. Battle for the basketball. This is lost. Scooped up by the Hawks. Hamilton Heights to the close side. It's Kamai Samuels who knocks down the three. A highlight reel play to start the game. What a quick start for the Hawks, a 3-0 run. The Lions would like to respond to that. In some danger, floated outside. Cash Hare drives into the mid-block and stolen by Bryson Andrews. Long feed down the floor. It's Samuels who forks it to the corner. There's the three from the other side, and Kovicic just off the mark. That's another guy to keep an eye on for Hamilton Heights. He's having a really special year for the Hawks, but he's had a really special career playing prep basketball and has been very efficient in everything that he's done. Really excited to see the success he's going to have at the next level. Lions inside, and Mikic palms the ball. The Lions get the whistle. That's a big dude. And there's not much you can do when you come together with a guy like that. Here's a look at Kevin Kovicic, now committed to North Alabama. 5-time appearers in the Final Four. Excited to see how they utilize his skill set in the upcoming year. Dante Crowder at the line. 70 seconds gone in this first period. Hawks, it's Kamai Samuels on the straightaway. To Mikic from the elbow. He goes to work, banging around down inside, and that rattles out on him. It remains 3-0 Hawks. And the Lions a chance to come up the floor and do some damage. Quick move by Jax Abernathy. From the straightaway, the three goes, and that one gets the gym noisy. Carter Triplett knocks it down. This is Kevin Kovicic to the close side to Vito. Vito Perkovic, far side from the corner. That goes. Kamai Samuels. 6-3, a hot start for both programs. Abernathy floater, and this one is short. Jax Abernathy, regarded by many as the best player in our region. Very fine athlete, very fun to watch him move with the basketball. And off to a bit of a sluggish start, but a guy that's definitely going to heat up throughout the course of tonight's broadcast. And there's a drive down inside. Talk about heating up. I think that's a heat check for Mr. Kamai Samuels. Wow. 8-3. Hawks out in front, outscoring the Lions early. Kovicic thought he had the steal, and it's just over the sideline, out of play. Steve Cook shouting out to his team. Steve Cook has done a really magnificent job of building back a roster that has been recruited pulled apart year after year. Prep basketball, it's so hard to have a consistently good program. No matter where you're located, how you build a team, Hamilton Heights does it year in and year out behind the leadership of Tony Williams and Steve Cook. That's off the mark. Lions try again. This one rattles off the far side. And Heritage Christian has it taken away by Vito. He's battling for the ball on the floor as it rolls over the baseline, and that'll go to the Hawks. Well, this is as local as it gets for Hamilton Heights Christian Academy. They're a national roster with national implications. Guys from all around the nation, all around the world. In fact, just only a couple of players on this roster from the United States. Kamai Samuels running the floor. He's on the Canadian national team. Bryson Andrews, one of the lone United States natives. He misses on the three. This one going back to the Lions of Christian Heritage. Victor Mikic, who did have the board, 6'11" forward. Got a lot of interest already. Bowling Green, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, Tennessee State, all entering the season. He played for the Serbian national team. Really special piece. Here's the drive. Jack Abernathy steps back from just beyond the elbow. This one rattles out. Abernathy, a cold start. 8-3 Hawks. Lions back in a defensive shell. Bryson Andrews looking to nurse the 5-point lead. And Vito Perkovic loses this. Carter Triplett dives for the ball. Tyler Watkins on the floor shouting out to his guys. The bench boss for the Lions. Christian Heritage back waiting for Kamai Samuels and the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. TJ Richards out to Samuels. He wants the three from the wing and it's off. Lions get the board. We're nearly halfway through this first period. Just 11 points scored. Abernathy with a beautiful layup. Great drive inside, couldn't finish. Vito Perkovic, the big man, stepping down inside. How about that, too? That is a beautiful play. Not very often do you look at a layup and say, that was just a beautiful layup. That was a pretty layup. That's what you look for. And what a wide open bucket for the Lions to respond. It's again a 5-point game in Dalton, Georgia. Vito Perkovic pulls up from the wing and it clangs out on him. Boarded up quickly by Dante Crowder. Crowder stops on the straightaway. Looking for some help, gives it off to Abernathy. He drives on Perkovic, off the glass, just kisses home. It's a 3-point game, 10-7. The Hawks lead. Hawks to respond, Kamai Samuels off the mark. Abernathy gets the board and the whistle goes. A lot of contact down in the low paint. The official blows that. And so the Lions will inbound from their own baseline. It's Cash Hare. Back to the offensive end of the floor go the Lions of Heritage Christian. Crowder driving on Andrews. Outside, there's the three. This is wide. Nothing doing. Trying again. Crowder to the straightaway. Quick drive. Heritage Christian, the floater. Too much on it. This one escapes over the baseline. Steve Cook calling out to the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Just over 3 minutes left to play in this first period. We've seen 17 total points. The last bucket over a minute ago by the Lions of Heritage Christian. So far, a defensive struggle. Samuels with a little airmail. Sends the run back to 2-2. Quick handoff, Crowder. Samuels trying to slow him. He kicks it outside. There's a deep three, and that one jumps out on him. That would have been nasty. Isaac Plavich with a long delivery. Samuels will run the floor for the Hawks. They lead by 5. To the corner. The man from Nashville, Tennessee, Bryson Andrews, knocks down the deep three. It's 15-7 Hawks. They lead by 8. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. Prep basketball in the early stages on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Shry Media. Find us at shrymedia.com.
Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, where it's 15-9. Hawks lead the Lions with the ball. Entry pass, Abernathy battling inside. And he's going to have a chance at the old-fashioned three as he gets it up and over Manyika. Well, what a shakeup. The Hawks outscoring the Lions 9-2. That didn't last long. Right now, the Lions on a 4-0 run. 5-0. That 9-point run going to be important. How important remains yet to be seen. 2 minutes left in the first period in a 3-point game from Dalton, Georgia. Perkovic spinning on top of the arc. And the whistle as this will go back to the Lions. Thanks for being with us tonight on the Southeast Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe wherever you're tuned in. Would love to have you along with us. You can go right to the website, scsnsports.com, and watch live and free anytime from anywhere. And if you're an athletic director at a small college, private school, would love to jump on board and help you out broadcast, visit us, SCSN Sports. Jax Abernathy. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful bucket. Knocks it down. It's a 7-0 run for the Lions. 1-point game. To the corner. Kovicic, the North Alabama commit, drives inside, swatted away by Crowder and boarded by Abernathy. Jax kicks it across. Crowder steps inside, and the long two goes. The first lead of the night by just 1 point. This one stops in the corner of the iron. Christian Heritage is going to make a change. Rattles around and won't go. TJ Richards, another really successful athlete on this roster for Hamilton Heights Christian Academy. Scores at all 3 levels. Somebody who's going to play for the Canadian national team. Gets that to go, so we're tied at 16. 80 seconds left to play in this first period on the Southeast Sports Network. Lions taking their time. Jax. Entry pass. Oh my goodness, he almost had it. Crowder cleans it up. Largest lead of the night, just 2 points for the Lions. Kovicic, one pump, then sends it. Samuels outside to Kovicic. Kevin drives into the paint, swatted at, and the whistle. He'll take it. Tyler Watkins out on the floor talking with the official and his team. Kovicic will go to the charity stripe in a 2-point game. The Lions are their largest lead of the night. 43 seconds left in the first period. This one clangs out. Heritage Christian on a 9-2 run. Make it 9-3 in a 1-point game. Shot clock has 35, 40 on the game clock. Here come the Lions, in trouble, to the corner, it's Crowder. And he gets the 3 from in front of the Hawks bench. 21-17, now their largest lead of the night is 4. Lions in front, shot clock is off, 20 seconds in the first period. Hawks, Samuels, directs it to Andrews. He's all the way back on the Heritage Christian logo. Bringing the orange up from mid-range. The floater is short. Swatted at Samuels. Tries again. It goes. Finding the bottom of the net. 2 seconds. 1 second. Lions pull up as time expires, and this sails. So it's a 1-point game. 21-19. Heritage Christian in the lead after 1 period of play on the Southeast Sports Network. An instant classic in the making. 8 minutes left in the first half. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, where it's a 2-point game. The Lions of Heritage Christian in the driver's seat in the Lions' Den, their home venue, Christian Heritage High School. Crowder drives inside on TJ Richardson, loses the ball. It'll go to the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Well, so far, 2 runs have really fueled this. A 9-0 run by the Hawks and then a 9-2 run to respond by the Lions. Here come the Hawks, and Kevin Dukovic, the North Alabama commit, drops that home to tie us. Our second tie of the night. It's 21-all. 30 seconds into the second period. Down low, what a nice entry pass. Abernathy makes it find the twine. 2-point game. The Lions still lead. Dukovic to tie it back up in a big collision in the low post. I mean, he ran him down. Carter Triplett took that like a champ. The Lions take over with a basketball, leading by 2. Less than a minute gone in this second period from Dalton, Georgia. Live on the Southeast Sports Network. Thanks for being with us. I mentioned in the first period, I'm going to bring it up again. This is about as home as it gets for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and an all-international roster. Just a handful of guys in the whole program at every level from the United States. Really a talent hotbed right here in the Southeast. Christian Heritage Lions, obviously a great program as well, putting up a beautiful game today as they play host to the Hawks. This is Isaac Plavich at the line. First one off the mark. Remains a 2-point game with the Lions in front. Coming to you live from the Lions' Den on SCSN. You can see head coach Tyler Watkins shouting out to his guys as the second is off the mark. Long feed, looking for Andrews. This one rolls off the hardwood. Thanks for being with us. Gabriel Schrei here. Appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching from somewhere crazy, or if you're a college basketball coach, let me know. Tweet at me at SchreiGuy or at us at SCSN Sports. This one from long range, it's short. Lions. Abernathy is packed. Oh my goodness. Habib Youssef rejects the ball up into the stands. Quickly, we'll look again. There's Youssef. He sent that off the floor. What a play. Lions in trouble. Somehow to Crowder. Crowder drives into the paint. Swatted at again by Habib Youssef. Well, we can't not look after that. Quickly we look. This is a replay as Youssef got a hand on it a second time in a row. This is real time. Inbound, swatted at, and this time the whistle. TJ Richards going after it. Habib Yusuf, so special, a 6'8" wing, an elite defender. He can guard everybody on the floor. He's a great shot blocker, as you've seen, and he gets a lot of his offense in transition. Hawks come away with the ball. Crowder, the only defender to stop Andrews, as he is jostled, and this goes straight up. It's still a 2-point game, 90 seconds into the second period in Dalton, Georgia, between the Hawks of Hamilton Heights and the Lions of Heritage Christian. Bryson Andrews at the charity stripe. Andrews, the best three-point shooter in program history, the all-time leader in three balls for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. And he has been around this program for a long time. Definitely a local favorite, a fan favorite, especially being from stateside originally. A one-point game. A blown tire for Abernathy as he goes down hard. Hopefully he's all right. Isaac is up and on his feet and appears to be just fine after going down hard. And so the Lions will inbound to the far side. Crowder with the ball. Gives it off from the straightaway to the close side. Back to Isaac. He'll pull up for three. Oh my goodness, he was heavily defended. Gets it anyhow. That extends the lead of the Lions to 4. It's 26-22. 2 minutes gone in this second period. This is Bryson Andrews. Mid-range. And not quite the touch he needed. Skiffs off the front of the iron. Tyler Watkins shouting out to his guys as Andrews is at the charity stripe. First one is off the mark for Christopher Munyika. Munyika played for Brookwood Elite 16U during the summer. He's a multi-positional player. He rebounds really well at his position. He can score off the dribble. Kind of guy that can really do it all. That cuts it back to a three-point game, 26-23. The Lions out in front over the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Oh, he's all alone, easily off the glass. Cash hair. That extends the lead of the Lions to 5. Taken by Crowder. He saw that coming. TJ Richards defensively, and Habib Yusuf somehow gets airborne, gets fingertips onto the ball. Crowder's just a little shaken up. The inbound from Abernathy. Back to him. He's defended by Samuels and contested by two players. He somehow gets it to go over the hands of Samuels and Perkovich. That extends the lead to the largest of the night for the Lions, 7 points, 30-23. 5 minutes left to play in the first half from Dalton, Georgia. Inbounding pass, and this one is wide, but put back with authority. Habib Yusuf with a dunk. Well, it's not going to be anything you're going to see on a highlight reel, but it's definitely going to be clinical. And the Lions respond quickly with a clinical bucket of their own. Clean, wide open, coasting down inside to the paint. And so these two programs will take a break in a 7-point game from Dalton, Georgia. We'll take a break as well. It's 32-25 Lions on the Southeast Sports Network.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Shry Media. Find us at shrymedia.com.
Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia. That's the leading scorer of the Hawks, who hands it off. Bryson Andrews tries for three, and it's taken down by Crowder in the paint. Lions leading by 7 on the Southeast Sports Network. I'm Gabriel Fry. Thanks for being with us. Packed again by Habib Youssef. Andrews wants to capitalize, and he will. That cuts up the 4-point run of the Lions and makes it a 5-point game between Hamilton Heights and Christian Heritage. Thanks for being with us again. Excited to have you along for the ride. Our leading scorer for the Lions, Abernathy, who looked like he might take a shot there. He's got 15. For the Hawks, it's Samuels, who has 12. Driving, in trouble from mid-range. Crowder puts it up, it rattles all around and won't go as TJ Richards gets the flashy board. To the offensive end, Samuels outside from the straightaway. TJ Richards is wide. Abernathy, 3:20 left in the first half. He'll run the floor carefully. 30 on the shot clock. Floated, swatted at. Abernathy gets it back. Still with 15. Andrews keeps the ball alive. Here come the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Vito Perkovic, the big man, wants 3. Lions get the board. Abernathy with great pace. Floats it off the glass, and Perkovic gets the board. This is Kamai Samuels. This guy has got great handles. There's so many things he can do so well. One of my very favorites to watch play prep basketball in the Southeast. That's off the mark. Taken up by Cash Hare. Two quick passes. There's the 3, and it's going to be a little short. Samuels close side. Andrews wants 3 from the corner. Remains a 5-point game. 2 minutes and change left in this first half of play. Coming to you live from Dalton, Georgia on the Southeast Sports Network. I'm Gabriel Fry. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're with us on SESNsports.com, our live 24/7 sports feed, our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, the Midwest Sports Network, or any of our radio partners. What a flashy play. Oh, we're also on Huddle TV tonight. Big thanks to everyone for carrying the game. Isaac to the corner. Lions drive. Oh, what a steal by Andrews in traffic. To cut into the 5-point lead, this will make it a 2-point game. A little too much as it comes off the inside of the iron. Lions to the corner. The tempo is staying high. Christian Heritage along the baseline. The handoff to Abernathy, the leading scorer for the Lions. This rims out on it. Youssef. 90 seconds left in this first half. Samuels, what a move. Are you kidding me? Steps his way, picks his way down inside for the big bucket. And so with 1 minute and 18 seconds left to play in this first half, a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. 32-29, a 3-point game between the Hawks and the Lions. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia on the Southeast Sports Network. It's the Lions. Christian Heritage hosting the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Quick drive down inside. Awkwardness as Crowder gets it back. Here's an open opportunity. The floater taken by Kovacic out of midair. Less than 1 to play in the first half. Andrews, the all-time 3-point leader for the Hawks, gets a clutch one to tie us at 32. The first time we've been tied in some time from Dalton, Georgia. Thank you for tuning in tonight on the Southeast Sports Network for our simulcast. Kept alive by the Lions. Shot clock at 24:33 in the first half. Here's one from 3 for Abernathy, the leading scorer for Christian Heritage. Kovacic has help, lofted that, looking for the oop, and Perkovic finishes it off. Second lead change of the night. The largest lead of the night was held by the Lions, a 7-point lead. Now they trail by 2 to the Hawks. 11 seconds in the first half. They're looking to tie it or take the lead as time expires. Abernathy around to Kovacic, into the paint, mid-range floater, rims around and goes. That could be an important bucket later. It's a tie game at the half between the Hawks and the Lions of Christian Heritage on the Southeast Sports Network. You can't script it better than that, folks. I love it. How fun is that? 34-all. We'll be back with the second half of play in just a few moments between the Hawks and the Lions. Don't go anywhere. We'd hate to lose you.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
I coach,
culinary arts, auditor, a firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official,
just go for it.
Take the plunge, open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at Say Yes to Officiating.
Welcome back to the carpet capital of the world, Dalton, Georgia, coming to you live via the Southeast Sports Network. Exciting prep basketball action on SCSN tonight between the Hawks of Hamilton Heights and the Lions of Christian Heritage. Thrilled to have you along for the ride wherever you may be. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far and all the action between these two. Unbelievably enough, it's a tie ball game after 2 periods of play, 34-34, and that's fueled by a few guys in specific. First, the road team keeping track of the Hawks through the first half. One of our players to watch is up there, Perkovic, 5 rebounds. Kamai Samuels leading the way with 14 points for the Hawks. Andrews right behind him with 9. Yusuf had 4 blocks, and if you were with us for that first half, you won't forget that anytime soon. Commanding blocks, a couple of them really a showstopper. And 2 guys are really leading the charge for the Lions of Christian Heritage. Abernathy, he's Mr. Basketball in this region. Everybody knows the name. Jax has 17 points, helping him out. Crowder has been a big, splashy piece tonight for the Lions. 9 points, 5 rebounds, and they've stayed in this with 2 big runs that have kept them neck and neck with the Hawks of Hamilton Heights in their national schedule. All that talent on that roster. Thrilled to have you with us and excited to see how the second half goes between these two. Well, if you're just tuning in or you're not familiar, my name is Gabriel Schrei, so thank you for being with me. Thank you for tuning in and joining us on the Southeast Sports Network. We do local sports like nobody else. Live streams, we come to you, we make it happen. Private schools, colleges, universities, give us a call. There's the 3-bomb. Minkic keeps it moving. This one's off the mark. His second chance won't go either. And the whistle down along the baseline. The Hawks bench is fired up about that. In a tie game, Minkic to the stripe. Just 20 seconds gone in the third period. I mentioned to tweet at me and SCSN if you're watching from somewhere interesting. I was hoping for outside of the country. Utah's pretty cool, but let me know if you're watching from somewhere crazy other than in the States. I want to hear from international viewership, college coaches, hit me up. The Lions back to the offensive end of the floor in a tie game, their largest lead of the night, 7. 2 9-point runs for them. Christian Heritage, he's wide open and couldn't knock it down as it skeeters off the top of the backboard. They'll keep play rolling. Samuels across the timeline, driving into the paint, it's short. Minkic trying to keep the ball in his possession using that 6'11 frame. Lions harassed by Dikovic, and this one results in a whistle. Dikovic has been so good. That's his 3rd foul already, so they'll take him out. They're going to put Habib Yusuf back onto the floor. TJ Richards, pardon me. Inbounding feed. Gobbled up quickly by Triplett. In the far corner, here come the Lions. Down into the paint, knifes his way inside, it's short. Scoreless, 70 seconds into this third period. 34 all. The Hawks to snap the cold streak. Andrews to Perkovic. He wants 3, heavily contested, and didn't hit his mark. Minkic puts it back off the glass. We've seen 2 lead changes today, but the last time we were tied, the Hawks were in the lead, so still just 2 lead changes. 90 seconds gone in this third period in Dalton, Georgia. Lions drive, lofted outside. Christian Heritage short. Perkovic thought he had it. Gathered up, and the Lions get it off the glass. Tied again. That's our 4th tie of the night. Mikic to snap it, and the whistle as he shoots. That's a big dude. I think you can see on camera that Victor Mikic is much larger than everybody else on the floor. You know, I'm not tall, but I'm not short either, and there's just nothing quite like a guy that makes a grown man feel like a dwarf. That is a huge man. He is colossal. He has big-time college basketball height, that's for sure. And a lot of guys from this Hamilton Heights Hawks program have gone on to play a very, very high-level college basketball. Some to Chuck Lucero, the next to make his name known nationally. He's going to play at Kentucky for the Wildcats. Mr. Brady, a graduate, played in a game I called on Sunday as the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga hosted the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, and he lit it up. The floater for the Lions and boarded by Mikic. The Hawks out in front by 1. To make it 3, Samuels, the floater goes. Easy for him, automatic. A 3-0 run is snapped with a beautiful, beautiful backdoor pass. That's exactly what you want to see if you're Tyler Watkins. That was a gorgeous play as he got it to Triplett, who ladled it home. 3-2 Hawks run, and Mikic will extend it to a 5-2 run. Nice play off the glass. It's 41-38 Hawks. 5 minutes left to play in the third period from Dalton, Georgia. This one goes from 3-point range, and a timeout on the floor as we're tied for the 5th time tonight at 41 between the Hawks and the Lions. Don't go anywhere. More prep basketball in a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, where it's a tie ball game between the Hawks of Hamilton Heights and the Lions of Christian Heritage. Appreciate you tuning in for prep basketball tonight. Hawks floater is short. Boarded by the Lions. Christian Heritage fighting through traffic away from Mikic. Now Samuels defensively on Crowder. He escapes him at the center court stripe. From the corner for 3, it's short. Mikic with a big-time board. Back to the offensive end of the floor go the Hawks. Quick pass, there's the drive. Floater rattles around, won't drop. And this going back the other way. Isaac will inbound. He steps back onto the floor, so perhaps not. Abernathy standing by. Great entry pass, and that's, oh, I thought he had it. Abernathy rims around and comes out. It's our 6th tie of the night to break it. Oh, it jumps out. Mikic still seeking to break that tie as he's fouled. Mikic really quiet in quarters 1 and 2, and he comes in with authority in this second half. Steve Cook has to be thrilled with that. Mikic, it's been all Mikic down under the basket. 7 rebounds in just the last 4.5 minutes alone. Think about that. 7 rebounds in 4.5 minutes. I saw that Chattanooga made him an offer way back during the preseason. They had made him an offer to come play for the Mocs. And I said, that's a smart move by Dan Earl. That's a guy you want on your roster. If you're a big-time program and you can get this guy right now, man, he is electric with the basketball. This is Samuels. He's got some room, double-teamed, and can't get it. Just not the touch he needed as Crowder gets aboard. That's another guy who's making a splashy night for himself. Oh, he's going to go all the way. Heavily defended by Manyika. Nearly got it. Hawks still out in front. Only 2 lead changes tonight. Mikic with a putback. A second time. And now Manyika hanging on to it. Ball comes out near the baseline. It's loose. Diving for it. Hawks have it. Samuels wants 3. It's off the mark. And the putback by the big man is whistled. He collided down low with a Lion defender, ran him right over. And so that ball will go back to Christian Heritage as the Hawks return to the defensive end of the floor. 3 minutes left to play in the third period in a 1-point game from the carpeted capital of the world, Dalton, Georgia. I mentioned this during the girls' game, but some of you probably know, some of you probably don't. More carpet companies than anywhere else in the world right here in Dalton, Georgia. You drive down through town and it's all carpet companies. Shaw, I mean, you name it, it's here, everything. Synthetic turf as well. Every single synthetic turf company in the world is based here in Dalton, Georgia. It all started back in '65 when the company AstroTurf relocated here. A 1-point game, Lions to the charity stripe. This rattles around and goes. And so that ties us for the 5th time tonight at 42. That's the 6th time, rather, excuse me. That's short, still 42. Hawks get the ball, Manyika nearly had it taken away to Samuels. He's wide open from the straightaway, and that's automatic. Come on, Samuels drains the 3. It's 45-42 Hawks. To the corner, and Abernathy. He sidesteps Samuels, and his shot is off the mark. Trying again, Crowder is fouled. Well, and that's the right move by both teams there, because if you're the Hawks, don't let them have the free points. And if you're the Lions, go get them, go earn them. Force the foul. That's exactly what they did. First is off the mark. Still only 2 lead changes tonight. The Lions came storming from behind, got out in front by 7 at one point. The Hawks took back over and haven't trailed since. They haven't trailed in the second half. This one was tipped in traffic by Jax. Kamai Samuels will do the honors. Member of the Canadian national team. Down low, lots of room for TJ Richards, another Canadian All-Star. Boarded by the Lions, and he is blocked by Yusuf. He had 4 in the first half. He's a nightmare. He's a blocking machine. Kamai Samuels to the corner. Andrews, the all-time three-point leader for the Hawks. What else would he do? It's 48-42. Hamilton Heights extends their lead. The Hawks with a 6-point lead, and it survives that trip up the floor by the Lions. Christian Heritage looking to prevent Hamilton Heights from achieving their largest lead of the night. Manyika to get it as he's fouled. No, that's going in favor of the Lions, and they'll take back over with the orange. 99 seconds left in the third period in a 6-point game. An 8-point lead would be the largest of the night for Hamilton Heights. The Lions can prevent that from being an opportunity here. Crowder, he's been very efficient tonight and finishes this off the glass. We're back to a 4-point game in Dalton, Georgia between the Lions and the Hawks. 75 seconds remain in the third period. Samuels dicing it up, drives off the glass, nothing. Crowder can't keep it on the floor as it escapes over the baseline. Coach Tyler Watkins wearing the white shirt and tie up along the scorer's table on your screen, shouting out to his boys. Steve Cook wearing the dark blue and gray pants, standing with white tennis shoes just alongside TJ Richards on the bench. He's calling out to his guys saying, go up top. Yusuf down low, Andrews and Perkovic on the floor with him. The remaining man, TJ Richards, inbounded by Samuels to Andrews. The point guard and the longtime mainstay of the Hawks. A handoff to Richards. Dicing it up, floated outside. Perkovic along the baseline, and this one can't be delivered, but it'll go back to Christian Heritage. The Lions really needed that. The Hawks threatening to kind of keep extending that lead, and they're staying in this game, and they're using the momentum they have from being in the Lions' den, being the home team, and this big crowd to their advantage perfectly tonight. What a fun game to be on hand for. Big thanks to Tony Williams, athletic director at Hamilton Heights, for inviting me to be a part of it, and the Southeast Sports Network to be a part of it tonight, and to everybody at Christian Heritage for their hospitality right from the get-go. They helped me find a table and set me up, and they were very polite and great folks here at Christian Heritage. So thank you for having the Southeast Sports Network and me personally tonight. Really appreciate it. Pass down inside, Jax Abernathy going to work, and he's blocked by Yusuf again. This guy is a block. The Lions to the straightaway and Crowder, and this one is wide. Samuels lofted to the corner. Andrews rattles around, won't go. Manyika to the straightaway, and Samuels, who is knocked to the floor as he drains it. 51-44, the Hawks lead by 7. They've tied their largest lead of the night. And this one is short, 3 seconds left. 2, Samuels, 1 second. Time expires as the Hawks can't complete the play. Down inside, 1 period left to play in Dalton, Georgia, between the Hawks of Hamilton Heights and the Lions of Christian Heritage. We'll be back with a final period on the Southeast Sports Network in just a moment. Hamilton Heights leads by just a few. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, and inside of the Lions' Den, home of Christian Heritage School on the Southeast Sports Network. Oh, a 3 to open the final period. And that narrows the margin just a little bit. At a time when the Lions need it, it's a 4-point game with 7.5 left to play. Our scoring leaders, leading all scorers, the guy with the ball right now working with the Orange, Kamai Samuels. And he extends his total to 24 points now tonight, as it's a 6-point game. Bryson Andrews has got 12 for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. 6 points and 10 rebounds for Vito Perkovic. Also for the Hawks is Yusuf, who's got 6 blocks down on that end of the floor. He has been nasty. Unmovable force. Offensively for Christian Heritage, the guy to watch obviously is Jax Abernathy, and he has 20 points tonight. Helping him out, Crowder has been a force to reckon with as well. 11 points, 7 rebounds tonight for Crowder. Crowder with the entry pass, swatted away. Yusuf gets it. Samuels through traffic, down the floor to Kovacic. Wants it off the glass. Crowder with a block of his own. Lots of room and time for the Lions. They stop. There's a 3, and this one is short. Put back by Abernathy falls. He's got 22. Neck and neck, a 4-point game with 70 seconds gone in the final period. On the Southeast Sports Network from Dalton, Georgia. Thanks for being with us. The Hawks. Samuels on the elbow, drives, fires, and that powder blue jersey just keeps it rolling. He's got 26 points. What an effort. A 6-point game. 90 seconds off the clock in the final period. Lions entry pass, Abernathy, and takes care of business against the scoring leader for the Hawks. He's got 24. Pulls up from the straightaway, it's short. A little heat check. It remains a 4-point game. The Lions could cut it to the smallest margin in the last 4 minutes with a bucket. Christian Heritage down inside, and Yusuf was looking for the block. He'll be the last to touch it, so the Lions keep the ball. 5:59 left to play from the Lions Den, home of the Lions on the Southeast Sports Network. Great inbounding pass. This rattles off the side, and I thought Samuels had the ball, but the whistle right away as these two come down with it. Hamilton Heights will take over, but they'll have to inbound from their baseline. Up the floor comes Hamilton Heights. Mikic and Perkovic both in the game. 6'11" Mikic working on the edge of the block. Kovacic drives from the far corner. Looked like he was going to dunk. Mikic with one putback, gets it again. Just swatting his arms down low as he's double teamed. And this one finds its way over the baseline. Five and a half left to play in a 4-point game. We've only seen 2 lead changes tonight. Hamilton Heights has led for almost the entire second half. Andrews, the all-time leading 3-point shooter, he gets hit with a travel. Bucket is waved off. It remains a 4-point game. Lions to Crowder, all the way to the far side. Abernathy loses it to Kovacic, and this will stay with the Lions. Christian Heritage taking good care of the basketball as we get towards the final stages of tonight's contest. This is dangerous territory for both of these programs. A couple of buckets really changes the face of how they're going to play down the stretch. Abernathy, he's got 24. Floater goes. 26 points tonight. One of the best in the region. Trey Suttles, the head coach of Mock Valley Prep, says he's the best in the area. Mikic on the straightaway. Boy, he thought about it. That's a big guy. He thought about it. Perkovic loses it. Abernathy picks up the ball in a 2-point game. The Lions trailing in their home gymnasium, the Lions Den in Dalton, Georgia. Floated up to the straightaway. He pulls up quickly. It's short. Too quickly, trying to keep it away from Mikic. Mikic was all alone. Kovacic to the corner. There's the 3, and Bryson Andrews just continues his big night. A timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. Hawks and Lions coming down to the wire on the Southeast Sports Network. The Hawks lead 58-53. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia, and on the Southeast Sports Network. On the offensive end of the floor, the Lions get a clutch bucket. Jax Abernathy. He needed that. 28 points tonight for Jax. And hanging in with the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. It's a three-point game with 4 left to play. Perkovic pulls up, can't get the three. Mikic goes up top and jams it home. Oh, baby, the big boy with a big dunk. Lions, blown tire as this Skeeter's off the floor. It's a 5-point game with 3.5 left to play. Neck and neck. We did see a couple of runs earlier, a 9-2 run in favor of the Lions. It gave them their only lead of the night. They held on to that for quite a while. At one point, they were out in front by 7. The largest of the night for the Hawks is still 7. They had a 9-0 run to kickstart the third period, and that's what put them back in front. They haven't trailed since. They're in danger, as now it's just a 3-point game after the nasty layup. 30 points for Jax Abernathy. He's a magician. He's a wizard on the hardwood. 3-point game, 60-57, 3 minutes left to play. Coming to you live from the carpet capital of the world, Dalton, Georgia. Samuels moves inside. There's the mid-range floater. Mikic thought he had it. Battled off the baseline. Crowder, he's got 11 points and 9 rebounds. Swatted at. Perkovic gets it away. Oh, a big collision on the hardwood. Kovacic comes together with force with triplet. That's the 4th foul of the night for one of the most important pieces of this Hawks roster. Mikic will go off the floor. Yusuf comes on. Yusuf has 6 blocks, but it feels like 60. 2:47 left to play. The Lions onto the hardwood to the corner. Jax Abernathy. He leads all scorers. That gives him 32. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's 100% in the last few minutes. The guy cannot miss. Electric. And it's a 1-point game, our smallest margin of the 4th period. 2.5 left to play. Samuels, leading scorer for the Hawks, takes a step. And now Christian Heritage will have a chance to take the lead for the first time since the opening minutes of this second half of play on the Southeast Sports Network. 2:15 left in the game. Here's the Lions. Entry pass. Abernathy working from the mid-block outside from the straightaway. Clatters out. Yusuf for the board. Clutch board. Here's the North Alabama commit to Kovacic. Showing off those magic handling skills. He gets a crucial bucket, and the Hawks lead by 3 in Dalton, Georgia. A timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. More exciting hoops in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. The Hawks out in front. Can they hang on to it? We'll find out. Welcome back to Dalton, Georgia. The host, Christian Heritage Lions, trailing by just 3, 62-59 to the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. And as you can hear, it's very loud in the carpet capital of the world on the Southeast Sports Network. The Hawks back onto the floor, trying to manage, keep alive, foster their lead over the Lions of Christian Heritage. Gabriel Fry here, excited to have you along for this final few minutes of play and what's been, I want to call it a bumpy ride, but man, it's like a roller coaster bumpy, not like an airplane bumpy. Entry pass on the mid block to the corner. He's wide open and he knocks it down. We're tied for the first time in quite a while, our 7th tie of the night. 1:40 2:40 left to play. It's 62-all in Dalton. Dukovic on the elbow, in danger. Backdoor, Yusuf fighting through traffic. Nearly got his own board, and it'll stay with the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. 93 seconds on the clock. Dukovic will inbound for Hamilton Heights. We've reached clutch time. Bryson Andrews, the all-time leading three-point shooter for the Hawks. The leading scorer tonight for Hamilton Heights is short again. 80 seconds. 62-all. The Lions seeking the third lead change of the game, their first lead since the opening seconds of the third period. Christian Heritage in danger, harassed by Bryson Andrews. Around him to Abernathy. Jacks defended by Samuels. Drives on the arc, floated close side. He's got just enough room to get the shot off, but it was too much heat. Less than one to play. Dukovic, he's got a convoy. Close side, Perkovic is wide open. The big man wants the three. Mikic is fighting for it and flops as Crowder fends him off. The crowd is very loud. The crowd did not like that at all. We play on. 35 seconds left in the game. It's tied, 62-all. Lions in danger to the straightaway. He pulls up. Boy, I thought he had that. So much confidence. Less than 30 to play. The shot clock is off in Dalton, Georgia. The Hamilton Heights Hawks have the ball. They haven't trailed since the opening seconds of the second half. On the front court, it's loud in the Lions' den. This is Bryson Andrews. 8 seconds, burning out the clock. 5 seconds, Andrews sidesteps, fires from long range. 2 seconds left, the clock expires as the Lions heave the ball. We're headed to overtime in Dalton, Georgia. Oh, goodness, folks. Oh, my goodness. 4 periods in the books. We need extra time to decide this. 62-62 on the Southeast Sports Network.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Shry Media. Find us at shrymedia.com.
We're going to play some overtime from Dalton, Georgia, between the Hawks of Hamilton Heights and the Lions of Christian Heritage on the Southeast Sports Network. It is very loud in the Lions' den. As you probably can tell, 3:49 left in overtime as the Lions get the ball back. They haven't had a lead since the first few seconds of the third period, again seeking it. Lions handoff, Jacks from a step beyond the arc. He gets it to go. Oh my goodness. That's big time. Dukovic drives, gets this to go. That's an important response. It's a one-point game. We've seen 3 lead changes tonight. Our third in overtime. Going coast to coast. Put back off the mark. Perkovic gets the board. Vito described as athletic director of the Hawks, Tony Williams, as somebody who just does his job, and that's what he did right there. He's quiet, lets his game speak for him. Bryson Andrews running the floor, gets a block from Mikic. Across the arc, in danger, floated to the corner. Perkovic wanted to pull up, drives, mid-range, this goes. Hawks back on top, our fourth lead change of the night. They lead by just one. A combined 7 points already in overtime. 90 seconds played. Abernathy, oh my goodness! That's 2-day express mail. You can't, he had to pay extra for the postage on that. Wow! Oh, baby, how do you slow that down? In overtime, in Dalton, Georgia, on the Southeast Sports Network. Our fifth lead change of the night, the home Lions leading in the Lions' Den. Jax Abernathy, 37 points tonight. As you just saw him go from 35 to 37 on a fading J, a gorgeous bucket. You can see why he's considered one of the very best in the entire region. Oh my goodness, that's a wild shot. Just a reminder, there's a lot of really good talent on the floor here tonight. The best way to get in touch with Hamilton Heights and the Hawks is actually via Twitter. Coach Steve Cook. Find him on Twitter. You can find the Hawks, HHH Hawks Sports. And be sure to join us on social media as well while you're at it. SCSN Sports. I'm at Try Guy. In overtime, it all comes down to this. It's a 1-point game that sees the Lions in the lead in their home venue. Andrews from the corner. The three clatters out. Abernathy with a board. Just over 2 minutes left. And as they battle for the ball, it's considered a jump right near the timeline. Inbounding, Jax Abernathy. A handoff again. Isaac runs the floor down to the offensive end. 2 passes. Wanted to pull up from the straightaway. Danger. Less than 2 to play. To extend their lead, Abernathy blows a tire. Samuels right in there, gets a hand on the ball, and so the Lions will inbound from their own baseline. They lead by 1. Abernathy putting in the work on Samuels. Here's one from the wing, and it bounces out. Crowder gets the board. Couldn't come at a bigger time, and Mikic hit with a call. He can't believe it. Yusuf will come into the game, onto the floor for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Crowder to the charity stripe. Just under 2 minutes left in overtime in a 1-point game. And this one off the mark. Perkovic gets the board. The pressure is on. Vikovicic dicing it up, tries to fight his way inside, and this will go to the Lions. Christian Heritage will pick their way up the floor. Isaac the handoff. 2 feeds, far side, down low as he cuts to the basket all alone. A 3-point lead with 80 seconds left. It's 69-66. The Lions out in front. Here's the Hawks' response. Samuels drains it. A 1-point game. 70 seconds left on the day. Both teams go to the bench. We'll keep it right here in Dalton, Georgia on the Southeast Sports Network. Wow. You can't script it better than this. The Lions of Christian Heritage, their first lead of the second half since the opening seconds of period 3, coming in overtime. They're hanging on to it by just one. 69-68 is the score here in Dalton, Georgia. Our player to watch today, somebody who's been very impactful, Vito Perkovic, entered today 12.5 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, shooting over 40% from long range, and he has been stuffing the stat sheet today. At the half alone, he had 6 points and a handful of rebounds, I think 5. He's had a big second half as well. We got to know the Hawks before tip-off. They're 8-1 overall, 3-0 on the road, 91 points per game. So really hemmed in offensively. The Lions are right on track at 71 points per game. They're 5-1 overall, 3-0 at home, undefeated in this gym. The inbound coming for the Lions. 69 seconds to kill, 30 on the shot clock. It's getting loud here in Dalton, Georgia. Crowder, defended by Kovacic across. Perkovic defensively. Samuels on Abernathy. He gets around him and comes together with Yusuf as the whistle sounds. 55 seconds on the clock, and he gets the call. Jax Abernathy. His first off the mark. His second won't go either. Samuels up the floor to Kovacic, trailing by 1. This would give him the lead. Off the mark, Abernathy gets the board. 45 seconds, 35 on the shot clock. All alone, wanted to extend the lead to 3. Perkovic off the defensive effort. Andrews defended by Abernathy, knifes inside, blockered away. Ball's loose. Here come the Lions, 30 seconds, shot clock is off. Triple team, through traffic, down inside, wants to score on Yusuf, and the timeout. Oh, baby. Good call on the timeout by the Lions. In the final seconds here, getting together and talking strategy. On the other side, the Hawks together as well, talking about what to do in the closing moments. 25.7 seconds on the clock. Andrews missed on a shot, tried to knife his way down inside. Couldn't put it home. The Lions take it, get down to the offensive end of the floor, and they've burned out. Oh, but what's left in less than a shot clock. They take the timeout. They've got the ball. They're on the offensive end of the floor. They're going to the line here, if anything. Christian Heritage threatening to put this on the top shelf and out of reach for the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. The Lions are back on the hardwood. Here come the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Yusuf, Samuels, Kovacic, Manyika, and Andrews all on the floor. Abernathy, Hare, triplet. Kreider and Isaac on the floor for the Lions. 23 seconds and the first whistle. Abernathy grabbed that by Samuels. Come on. Well, he's got 37 points tonight. He's been absolutely electric, but a moment ago he missed 2 at the line. He can't afford to do that again. In the Lions' den, it's their star. Christian Heritage gets the first. Jax Abernathy makes it a 2-point game, 70-68. 22.9 in the fourth period. Steve Cook makes a change. Manyika off the floor. TJ Richards on. Bryson Andrews sneaking his way back down to the offensive end as Jax gets both. 23 seconds, a 3-point game. And another break on the floor for the Lions and the Hawks. The pressure doesn't get any bigger than this. Prep basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. It's a 3-point game from Dalton, Georgia, 71-68. Thanks for being with us tonight. Gabriel Schrei here. Be sure to follow along at SCSN Sports. We have an instant classic. It seemed like it was shaping up that way at the halftime break. It was a tie game at the half, 34-34. And this has been better than we could have predicted. Overtime. It all comes down to this. What will the Hawks do? What chess pieces will they put on the floor, and how will they come together with 23 seconds left? One of the best coaches in the region, Steve Cook, with a whiteboard. If there was anybody you'd want it in the hands of, he's it. .9 seconds to play. Overtime from Dalton, Georgia. Andrews will inbound. Those same 10 on the floor from before the break. Right away the whistle. Quick inbound, pulls loose. Samuels scrambles for it, 15 seconds, 3-point game. TJ Richards pulls up and the Canadian misses. Hamilton Heights keeps the ball. Bryson Andrews off the mark, the putback goes. 5 seconds, 1-point game. The Hawks need 3. The Lions have to be feeling good about that. Just under 5 seconds on the clock. I know our score bug's a little broken on the broadcast. It says 13. We're showing 5.9 now in the venue. Steve Cook pleading his case to the officials, not liking that. We're going to get back to work quickly here on SCSN. Hawks are back onto the floor. Here come the Lions of Christian Heritage. 71-70. To inbound is Hare. To receive the pass is Triplett. It would take a miracle for the Hawks. Heavy defense. To Abernathy, 5 seconds, grab that, stopped. 3.9 showing on the clock in the venue. 71-70. He's fouled. Well, when I look back on the calendar for my year, this will be a date I remember as one of my favorite nights. Abernathy off the mark on his first. He's got 39 points. He just missed that. It's a 1-point game with less than 4 seconds to play. Abernathy gets the second, and so it's a 2-point game, 72-70. 3 seconds, intentionally fouling Samuels as he pulls up. Talk about a heat check. Nearly hit that 3 from the half-court stripe. The clock is showing 2.2. 72-70. Hawks will inbound. A 3 wins the ball game. A 2 sends us to double overtime. There's not time for much else. TJ Richards will inbound. The Canadian All-Star. To Andrews. He loses it. It goes out of play with 1.2 seconds on the clock. Inbounding to the far side, that'll kill the clock. The Lions win. What a victory for Christian Heritage in the Lions' Den. A 2-point win in overtime against the Hawks of Hamilton Heights. Congratulations to the Lions and the fans here in Dalton, Georgia. It doesn't get better than that. We could talk about so many things that went so well tonight and break it all down. We're going to send you home with some quick final thoughts. Shaq Abernathy wins this game for Christian Heritage and the Lions with an unbelievable individual effort. The Hawks fall just short. Two fantastic programs having a great year. It'll be exciting to see how both of them carry forward from this. We appreciate you tuning in tonight, being with us for all the action on the Southeast Sports Network. Be sure to follow us at SCSN Sports. Again, the final score, 72-70, an overtime victory for the Lions of Christian Heritage. For the Hawks, for the Lions, for all the fans and the folks in our crew here in the venue, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from the Southeast Sports Network. Today's game will be archived inside of the app or platform where you watched it and available for replay. Just a reminder that all media and events airing on the Southeast Sports Network and our platforms are copyright material and cannot be reused or redistributed without written permission of Schrei Media. Have a wonderful night.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Schrei Media. Find us at schreimedia.com.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful,
always marine. Marking a path for the next generation.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay. Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.